Greetings, tubular sardies. This old cutworm coming at you. Today I thought I'd do something that was kinda in my family, yeah. We're gonna do a chocolate gravy cook thingy. Queasy Cutworm's cuisine, yeah, that sounds good. I've always had chocolate gravy like for breakfast and usually have a fresh pan of biscuits thrown out there, but I prefer bread and it's a little easier to chew and eat, and you get more chocolate gravy that way on that flat piece of bread. Anyway, chocolate gravy is a southern recipe. I guess it's everywhere, but it's just, I found it in my family, you know, that's about all I know about it. And y'all discuss that amongst yourselves. So, with no further ado, it's cooking with cutworm. Yee! Let's try this out. Take your saucepan, which is, we always called them a stir. Now, what the stir comes from, I don't know. And we're going to put 3/4 cup of white sugar in it. And we're going to put 1/4 cup of cocoa, regular baking cocoa. Maybe a little, there you go. A big tumping load of 3/4 cups of cocoa. And we got to put 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Now what all-purpose is, I don't know what kind of purpose this flour will be, besides cooking, but I actually don't want to know. 2, 3 things of flour. That'll start the gravy. And it says she said to sift it. Ah! Sorry, I got some on the cat. Boy, you're going to be a sweet little cat. I got to get rid of this before the girls come. There. There. You always want to try your little doggy entertainment cooked salt, but actually it's not going to be in this recipe. Since I spilt some on camera, of course, trying to stir this, there it goes again. Maybe I'll just leave it alone. I'll add just a little bit more of this. That'll just make it richer. And maybe a little bit more sugar. We'll make it, it's just gravy. Open up the sugar tin. A little bit more sugar. Okay, it says do that. My lovingly sister wrote me this recipe and it tells you what to do. I wonder if you could see this on here to get it. Can you get that? Okay, I'm a slow reader. And here's what you do to it afterwards. Besides spilling it all over the stove. Okay. Now we've combined that stuff in your saucepan or stir. And then you mix it well, you pour it in the saucepan, you heat on medium, stirring frequently. Well, you put the milk in it next. 2 cups of milk. Quit that. Okay. You turn your stove on to medium. It lit up. Look at that. And you stir it, since you didn't sift it together. Oh, when I was a kid, my grandma had a sifter. And she would sift things and cook and stuff, use it. Me being a little kid with mechanical ideas all my life, I thought, man, that sifter would be cool if I could take it outside and do stuff with it. You know, like sift gravel and dirt and who knows what I could find in the chicken yard to sift. And I did. And then I got caught. So the sifting stopped. Grandma got her sifter back and she cleaned it up, knocked all the rocks out of it, and hid it on me because she knew after the whooping got over, I'd still want to sift. So she hid it on me and that stopped my sifting. Me and Grandma had lots of stuff that we would do. And it's all wonderful. Got all that stuff going. Now, medium heat, stirring you frequently. You cook until the desired consistency. So this is going to make I would say the consistency of, I don't know, chocolate pudding. That's what I go for. And I don't know how long it's going to take to make. But the heat makes the flour bloom, and then the chocolate sucks in there, and then the sugar sticks it all together, I reckon. I'm no Alton Brown or nothing, but that's what I'm going to say. See, the light goes off once in a while. I don't know what the deal is. But when it's on, it's hot. So this is cutworm steering the steer across the panel. Steer. Oh, I'll tell you Grandpa and Grandma's story. I love my Grandpa and Grandma Hubbard. I didn't get to see the lights back on again. Huh. I love my grandparents because they saved my life several times. Literally. And put their lives in danger and all that other, that's what family does. Wearing my dang connection. Thank you, Mr. Rich. Love ya. I loved them dearly, and I was a very sensitive child. And they were my oasis away from home, away from the dangers of home that sometimes arose. But anyway, one time I come in the back door of their house and I had to use the bathroom. And my grandma had been cleaning chickens for chicken and dumplings. And she throwed the guts and stuff in the toilet. Now, I've never asked anybody, boy, look at the lumps in this bad boy. This is what the sifting's supposed to do. I may have to whisk it. Where's the whiskey? Whiskey! Whiskey river, take my mind. Too late for that. That bus is left. Sit there, Larry. Quick. So anyway, I go in the bathroom and there's these guts in the toilet. And I'm going, OMG, one of my grandparents has lost a load of guts into the toilet. And being a little kid, that was real to me. That they could have lost their guts in the toilet. And I don't know if they'd known or not. So I walked around them really slowly, eyeballing them. I mean, I was wide-eyed. I was so excited and scared. Waiting for one of them to warp the ground because all their guts was in the toilet. Come to find out, 20 years later, they didn't fall down. But they told me, or somebody told me, that they were cleaning chickens and that was just chicken guts, not Grandpa and Grandma guts. I think I got all the lumpy dumpies out of it. I've got that done. Put this in the sink. My aunt, Mervyn, calls it a zinc. You wash them dishes in that zinc in there, boys. Yes, Aunt Moo Moo, Mervyn Moo Moo. Boy, look at this. Oh my gosh, I really made a Benny Odom here. Look at that. Can you see that on camera? That's bad. Benny Odom. Whenever you screw up or mess up, it's kind of a Benny Odom, because Benny Odom was a very famous screw-uppity person. And I'll tell you about what he used to do, or did, or does, or still does, someday. So that's my grandpa and grandma story about the guts and the chicken. I can throw this back in it and do what's right. Right now it's just worm water. Right, Oscar? Peace up, my brother. Let me jerk this up a notch. The light comes back on. And let's see, that was a story of Grandma and Grandpa's guts. One time I messed up, and instead of 3/4 of sugar, instead of this big thing of sugar, I used this big thing of flour, and you talk about, I made a cake. I made a cake, Oscar. Oscar can't hear you because he's deaf, but he can read lips. That means don't pee on my leg. Yeah, boy. I'm cooking. I can't pet you, Larry. Oscar Larry. So here we go cooking. I've seen everybody cook stuff on there. I don't think there's anybody that hasn't been cooking, hasn't have a cooking thing on their channel. And I enjoy them profusely. So I don't know why I can't maybe do something like that, except I'm not as talented as y'all. And cooking chocolate gravy is kind of just simple and easy. It's only like 4 or 5 things you cram in there. So we're going to just let it stir in the steer. I'll have to look that up, see why they call this a steer down south, or up north, wherever I was. And come to find out, when you look for a steer in Walmart, they don't have any. They've got saucepans. So then the light comes back on. Come on, honey, cook for me, baby. So it's the saucepan, as far as I could tell. What if I could light this? Okay. I don't even know if you can see what this is doing. Can you see in there? This camera work is funky. Now what I'm doing today is the last 2 days I've been shoveling and raking and dragging and beating on stuff, driving posts and things on my little pad I'm going to pour, me and the neighbor, God bless him. And today my legs don't like to work. Oh, I can stand up on them all right, and I can walk around a little bit, but I get off in the yard, or if I try to pick something up besides my own hefty 200 and plenty pounds, my feet and legs will quit me. I'm not going to tell you how I found that out, but that's how I broke this arm again, and I still regret not going to my party in Florida, and something was wrong with me where I didn't get to go to the party in Kansas City. And I see all y'all getting together and visiting and stuff, and I'm so proud and I'm envious, and I just gotta pick my days. But I am not upset about that. I'm gonna turn that back down, boys and girls. I'm not upset about that because the good Lord gave me legs, and I couldn't. They told me I wouldn't have legs, but I'm wonderful. Okay, it's getting a little poopy doopy, and it says this is where you put your 2 tablespoons of vanilla. Where's my tablespoon? I wonder if it's still in the flour. This is a tablespoon. Tablespoon. Boy, hey, yeah, I'm gonna wipe the flour out. That's a little bit too late to put flour in it. Okay, vanilla. Marida Escanida. 1. Yeah. 2. That's in there. Boy, that's some nasty stuff if you ever get a hold of some of it. And stir that like I know what I'm doing. And add your butter next. 1 tablespoon of butter. You got your butter here. I guess you got your butter scissors here. Oh, make it rich. Good. And then we're going to do this. I'm going to pull this off of that thing and do this. Okay, there's the chocolate gravy. As they say in the Food Network, let's plate this up. Let's shut this up because that's H-O-T. I got light bread, which is what I prefer to the biscuit. It's not biscuits. It's biscuit. When you cook a whole pan of biscuit, it's biscuit, not biscuits. There it is. And here's the, can you see that? I don't know where the camera, can you see the, you can make it thicker. It's actually, it will be thicker as soon as this butter melts and all this other stuff gets into it. Yummy, yummy. It'll get thicker. We might let it get a little thicker. Cooktop is still warm. And I'm going to put me a little bit of butter to gild the lily, they said. A little butter there. When the butter melts, the butter is kind. I hope this is salted butter, because the sweetness and the salt kind of go together. I wonder if I can salt this. There, salty. What the heck? I'm eating it. Put the butter back. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you enjoy this series of cooking with Cutworm, or Cutworm's Cuisine, or Cutty with Holiday. And I wonder if I can jerk this. Oh, you can still see. There's a crack right there. And if I pour in that crack, it'll never get fixed. Holy me lordy. I want to put this diaper here in this crack. I don't know if that's an OCD thing, or I don't know if it's a PCP, I don't know. But I did rearrange the stuff in the pantry there where the labels were all facing forward so we could tell what in the world like this. Oh, get on there. Well, it should be a little thicker, but I don't want it to completely clot. Maybe. So what I'm doing today, besides cooking for you folks, or actually for me, but you're watching on my shoulder, is I'm watching the Trimmers Marathon. Whoa. Something you want to see, watch, and be aware of whenever you're out here by yourself in the big woods, surrounded by a lot of rocks and alluvial ground. But that's the way it is. I'll throw a fork in this. Now the best thing to drink with this is sweet milk. Sweet milk in a Flamingo Las Vegas cup. This is the stuff I have to eat because my guts are all good and tore up and worthless and useless. Don't be smart. Gonna spill it all over the earth. That's enough. Still hurts my belly, but I don't care. It's got enough dairy in it. So, here you go. Here we have my family's personal recipe of chocolate gravy on flatbread, cow salve milk, and I've got enough left over for probably 2 more helpings. So I think that's about it. I'm going to say sorry not you to y'all, and I love y'all. And try this recipe on your friends, or try it on yourself first, and then try it on your friends if you like it. So, bye-bye. I'm going to hit the back button on this one. This one's got grease on it or something. Maybe it's flour.